We now have the all clear from the dog master. So with all these things in mind, all aboard. Next stop will be the back part of our zoo at our Trout River Station.
Jacksonville Zoo. Train ride.
Yeah, okay,
The Jacksonville Zoo is home to more than 2,000 animals and represents 280 different species. First on the left, you can find our warthogs, a male named Chico, a female named Acacia, and their 4 piglets, 2 females and 2 males. In the wild, warthogs can weigh up to about 240 pounds and have their upper tusks reach about 9 inches long. Next on the left, you might spot some tall gray and white birds. These are wattle crane. Wattle crane are the largest and the rarest species of crane found in Africa. They stand somewhere around 6 feet tall and have an average wingspan of 8 feet. So next up, this long enclosure to the left is our cheetah run, and here you can see Steve, our male cheetah, lounging in the shade. An adult cheetah weighs somewhere around 130 pounds and can be about 7 feet in length from nose to tail. They are the fastest of the land animals, topping out at 70 miles per hour with an average run of 40. Unlike other big cats, their claws do not retract, giving them great turning capability and traction control at those high speeds. And also, they don't roar. They do communicate though and use bird-like chirps, clicks, purrs, and moans. So around this first corner, we're going to go a little bit slowly because it did just rain and this old guy likes to slip a little bit. Anyways, you'll find our Cory bustards here. The Cory bustard is one of the heaviest of the flying birds. They weigh in somewhere around 40 pounds. Despite their ability to fly, they're mostly ground dwellers. Their name literally means bird that walks. The area just past the Cory bustards, and you can kind of see it through their exhibit there, is our African veldt area. This is home to birds and other animal species native to the eastern plains of Africa. On the left, you might see a small species of antelope. This is a dark brown animal with a white face and tail. Those are Bontebon. We currently have 2. Our male's name is Curler and our female is named April. This is also home to our southern white rhino, which has been on exhibit here at the Jacksonville Zoo since 1967. We currently have 1 male named Archie who was born in South Africa in 1969 and moved to our zoo at 1975. Over the course of his lifetime, he's actually fathered more than a dozen offspring. He shares a space with Gabriella and Condi, our 2 females. Their horns are actually made up of tiny strands of keratin, just like your hair and fingernails. If it ever gets damaged or broken, it can regrow.
It's a coyote.
So if you look to the left and just slightly behind the train as we come around that corner, you can find our greater kudu. They're the tall brown animals with white stripes on their backs. The greater kudu is the second largest of the African antelopes, standing 5 feet at the shoulders. Males have long spiraling horns that reach about 4 feet in length. We currently have 2 males and a female. And as we come around the barn section here, on the left you'll see Jack, our North African ostrich. An adult ostrich stands 6 to 9 feet tall and weighs 200 to 300 pounds. Jack's no exception to that. We can tell Jack's male by his black and white feathers, as females are usually brown with gray or brown with tan to help them sit on the eggs during the day and kind of camouflage themselves. Ostrich cannot fly, but they can run at 40 miles per hour. Next up on the left is our rhino barn. All the barns you see like this throughout the zoo are where we keep our animals overnight or during severe weather. Just past the rhino barn, you'll actually see a Stanley crane. Her name is Olivia. She's in her 30s. Just past her, over the fence though, is our okapi exhibit, which is best viewed from the African boardwalk. The okapi is a highly endangered animal from the tropical rainforests of the Democratic Republic of Congo. They're striped like zebra, but they're actually the only living relative to the giraffe. We have one male here. His name is Camacho. Next up is our Grevy zebra. The Grevy zebra is the largest of the zebra species. They too are best viewed from the African boardwalk. The Grevy zebra is a highly endangered animal as well, due to overhunting, habitat loss, and competition with livestock. We currently have one male named Masai and two females named Eclipse and McKenna. On the left, you'll find our Elephant Plaza, which is home to birds, bats, and some of Africa's most dangerous snakes. You can also see our elephant pool, which is 8 feet deep and holds 275,000 gallons of water. This is the elephant yard, and it looks like they're doing some maintenance, so the elephants aren't out at the moment. But we have 3 African bush elephants. Their names are Tandi, Sheena, and Ali. If you do get a chance to look at them, you can tell they're African elephants by the shape of their ears. They resemble the continent of Africa. Ali stands 10 feet tall at the shoulders and weighs just below 12,000 pounds. He was actually donated to the zoo by the late Michael Jackson back in 1997. So on the left is the elephant and giraffe barn, and that white fenced-in area there is a part of our elephant restraint device. It actually allows our keepers and veterinarians to do checkups on the elephants from the safety of a secure environment. It also allows the elephants to be weighed daily as they come from the barn to the yard. Just past the elephant and giraffe barn, you'll find our giraffe exhibit, and this sits on 2.5 acres and is home to our 9 reticulated giraffe. The term reticulated means marked like a net and refers to that pattern covering their entire body. Our 2 males are Duke and Dixon, and the 7 females are Faraja, Naomi, Spock, Luna, Fiji, Willow, and Jojo. 41 giraffes have actually been born here at the Jacksonville Zoo, 18 of which were fathered by Duke. You can tell Duke apart from the rest by his darker coloration. If you look across the field, you can see the giraffe overlook, and this is where you can feed these tallest of the land animals for just a small fee of $2. They tend to be very gentle and curious creatures. Next up on the left is our award-winning exhibit, Range of the Jaguar. Here we house 5 jaguars currently. Our 3 females are Ankazazi and Zinta, and the 2 males are Tuco and Saban. The building with all the piping in the back of it is the Lost Temple exhibit. This is home to our reptiles, small monkeys, vampire bats, and much more from South America. And this long building is the night quarters for the River's Edge exhibit. The River's Edge exhibit is home to the giant anteater, howler monkey, squirrel monkey, and the capybara. The capybara is the largest rodent in the world, weighing 140 pounds, and they're semi-aquatic, allowing them to stay submerged underwater for several minutes to avoid predators. Next up on the left, you can find the backside of the Emerald Forest Aviary. Is that white building off in the distance. That's home to our giant otters, birds, turtles, and fish, and across from it is our Palm Plaza Cafe and our sweet shop, where you can get some sweets. All these things are found inside Range of the Jaguar. Next up is the Campground Critters Animal Show. The next show time is 1 p.m. They're seating now, so make sure if you've got that green wristband and you want to go to it, stop by the 4D Theater and grab a seat. On the left is our Australian Adventure. This is home to birds and other animal species native to the continent of Australia. Sorry about that. So in the yard to the left, you can see our Tamar wallaby. There's one crouched underneath the upturned stump with the roots on the top of it. Tamar wallaby are 2-foot-long creatures. They weigh about 20 pounds each. Baby wallabies are called Joey, and Joey spend the first 5 to 6 months of their lives in their mother's pouch. This building coming up on my left, though, houses some baby flamingos, if you look in the front of it there. This is an extra holding area and hatchery for many of the bird species at the Jacksonville Zoo. You can also see some chickens and an owl. The building after it is our Save the Frogs exhibit. And actually, we have some baby flamingos just outside of it here with the keepers. So as we approach Trout River Station, please remain seated, keeping your head, arms, legs, and feet inside the train until we come to a safe and complete stop.
That's where to go. That's
And folks, please don't go past barricades at the zoo. You never know if you're going to end up in a exhibit with something nasty. Next up, welcome back to the Land of the Tiger, Range of the Jaguar, 4D Theater, Wildlife Carousel. This is also close to our play park for the kids with the splash grounds. That Cam Brown Critters Animal Show is going to be happening in just about 17 minutes. So make sure you hurry over to the 4D Theater to gain entrance. You can also find our Butterfly Hollow, our 2 restaurants, and our kids shop, gift shop here. All right, it is now safe to exit the train to the right and rear through the wooden gate. That's to the right rear of the train through that wooden gate. Thank you for riding. Enjoy the rest of your visit to the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens.
There you have it, the tour of the Jacksonville Zoo.